Hello lovely people, Kitten here. It's my day off, so I'm at home today. I am editing the video that I've put together for this month's free kit. This month we are playing dress up and we're going to make a little crown. So follow along because this one is just hilarious, honestly hilarious.
Down a little alley in the heart of Kendal town is a tiny independent yarn shop. Welcome to the wonderful world of the kitten and the goat. Now I've come up with a couple of ways to help you work this out. It's not often I say to you that stitch count's important. An odd stitch or here or there, you can muddle through it. In this case, for this pattern, the stitch count is absolutely critical that you get it right. So double check every time before you do a pattern row that you've got the right amount of stitches. We've got a couple of little tricks to help you along the way, that as I was struggling to remember where the points are. At the moment it's just a straight cast on line of 4 plain knitted stitches. We're going to shape the points along the top first. Doing the second size here. Knit 8. Oops, I haven't mastered this yet. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to do the decrease bit. So what I do is I get a spare piece of something different, I lay it over the top so it's in between the stitches, and the decrease is to slip 2 stitches but not work them, as if you were going to knit them but don't work them. Slip them like that, then do a knit stitch, then pass these 2 over the top. Okay, then what I do is I bring this tail round, I tie it in a little knot, that marks the line down where it's going to be decreased. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. Let me show you on where I've done here. Marks the top of the point. I'm going to have to come back in a minute. Sorry, Eddie really does love to see his people. So we've done that and we've marked it. We know that's going to be a rib. I'll switch this over to knit 8. So we're going to knit 8. One, 2, 3. Oh, I've turned my light off. Hold on. That make any difference? I'm never sure if this makes any difference. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That takes you to the end of the pattern. Then you go back to the star and you work through it again. So you knit 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Get your little marker from your heap. And we're going to that's done together. Slip 2, knit 1, pass those 2 over. Could you do the stitches one at a time if you find it easier? Yes, of course you could. It's a crown. It's really absolutely fine. So, where are we going? Tie that like that. And then to finish the sequence, we're going to knit 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the end of the sequence, and then you go back to the beginning and you'll be knitting 9, working another decrease, and you're saying to me, why aren't we working the decrease and then knitting that lump and then working the decrease and just working? Why do we have to finish on some knit stitches and then knit more stitches? The reason is the pattern breaks. This is the point and this is the dip. So when you come to join it together, you have a dip here and it will join and make an even round. So although I've done all the maths for you, you don't have to worry about it. If you did want a massive big one or a tiny one, you can work in the pattern chunks and just increase or decrease. I can't remember if it's 12 or 14 stitches the pattern overall, but that's how you do it. The next row is a decrease row again. Straight away you're going to be purling the stitches, but when you come to the decrease you are still going to be doing it in the knit fashion. So you purl along, you take your yarn to the other side, you slip your 2 stitches knit, you knit your stitch, take it over, you bring the yarn back, and then you carry on with your purl work. Okay, I'm going to finish these crowns. I think there's about 5 repeats of this, and then you get a bit of a break, and then we do the lace. So I'm going to work my points and show you, and then I'm going to show you how to do the lace. Okay, so here's the top of our crown. You can see where we've created the little points, and you can see where I've added the bobble. Make sure they're pushed round to the front. Did I do one without the bobbles? That's got bubbles in itself. That's it without the bobbles. That's it without the bobbles. That was it with the bobbles in the same colour. I've got through a lot of these, I can tell you. He discarded crowns everywhere. If it was the crown jewels, we'd be doing really well. So now we're going to do the lace pattern across the middle. We're going to knit 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to bring it round and we're going to purl right under here, carries on this pattern, breaks up the pattern there. 1, 2, 3. Now then we start for the pattern. Knit 3, 1, 2, 3, knit 2 together, yarn to the front, knit 1, yarn to the front, knit 2 together, knit 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're back to the purl 3 under the bobble to make a little bit, just makes a little bit of divider between the sections. 2, 3, and then we knit 3, 1, 2, 3. The whole thing with creating a lace hole is where you knit together and which side you put the yarn forward. Knit 1, and it has to match both sides because you're working a mirror reflection. 1, 2, 3, and then we're back right straight underneath that. You've got your 3 purl, and then we go again, 1, 2, 3, knit 2 together, bring the yarn forward, that's where the little hole's going to be. Then you're going to have a solid one, that's the hole, knit 2 together, 1, 2, 3, we end up with 3 purls over there. Go to the end of the row, on the way back just work a completely plain purl row. Just work every stitch, or the ones some of them will be a bit loose where you've brought the yarn forward, it'll be a bit gappy. Purl into everything on the way back, and then we'll do the second row of holes and put the bobbles on. Here we go, this is the start of our little decorative pattern, the little holes in the centre of the panel. Now the next row we're going to move the holes slightly out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're going to purl 3, goes right over the last 3 you purled. So that's a really good way to make sure you're on track. Now it's slightly different. Knit 2, knit 2 together, yarn forward. This is where the hole is going to go in that pretty line. Now you can knit the 3 and have a plain bit in the middle, or you can knit 1 and you can make a little bobble. These little bobbles are a thing in themselves. You could put the row of them along the bottom of a cardigan, something like that, just for a bit of fun. So make sure you leave enough stitch because you're going to have to knit them on the way back. So just relax, and then we turn round, we purl back, and then we're going to turn round again. It's a little bit of a fiddle, but it's only little bits. It's nothing like as hard work as blackberry stitch. Blackberry stitch is a pain. Right, so we've done that. Oops, that slipped out of there, look. We'll just pretend that's there. And then 2 together, 1, two together, take those two over so you're back to the original one, switch your yarns, and we've got to make a mirror image of what we've just done this side. So we're going to knit one, we're going to bring the yarn to the front, we're going to where are we going? We're going there. Round to the front, knit two together, knit. Wait a minute. Yep. I tell you, I've grown 10 years older writing this pattern. I really have. And two, and there we are. There's your three. See, that's really good, because once you've done it, 1, 2, 3. Let's do that again. Where's my scissors? Snip that off. I'll give you a little roundup of the end of the joys of working this pattern. Because bear in mind, this is Wednesday and it's got to go out Friday, and I kind of haven't finished it yet. So we've purled the 3, knit 2, 2 together, forward, knit 1. You can see that stitch is the center of where we're working. That is where your bobble is going to go. So don't try and work from here and do it. Make sure you come right the way through. Make sure you get enough yarn on this needle so that you don't end up with a tiny little tight mess, because it'll just disappear and be a nightmare to try and do your back stitching into. So make sure you give yourself enough space. And if you don't fancy working it first time out, then don't. It doesn't make any difference. I'm sure whatever little girlie you make a crown for will just be perfectly happy with a crown. You can sew buttons and beads on if you want to. You know, this is just an opportunity for you to challenge yourself, to learn something a little bit new. It is all just a knit and a purl stitch. However faffy it looks, it is just a knit and a purl stitch. Then we're going back the other way. That's the one for the pair. 2 together, that's where I got wrong last time. And then knit 2, and you're back to your 3 above your space. Okay. 3, are you ready to start your next pattern section off? You repeat that row again, but without making a bobble. I think that's what I did. No, I didn't. I went straight back small again. I went straight back to the first row of lace so that it comes in and you get a little row of holes that frames the bobble. So I'll show you that, and then I'll show you when we get to put the cuff on the bottom. Here is our pinner's piece. Now, in my rush to get this finished, I forgot that in the pattern I put another row of these here, so your bobbles are actually framed by the holes, and then it's a little bit deeper, but you've got your little patterns under here and your little I tell you, this crown, see, the back I've left plain. You can just join it, you can make it smaller, You could put a piece of elastic at the back and wear it as a headband. This, I'll do this editing. It will be going out on time. Let's see if we can switch. I'm just going to switch to front view somehow. Down, 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 down. Yeah, there we go. There we go. This crown, I was going to email everybody on Tuesday and say, no, it's not happening. Can't happen. I can't do it. I have got... I don't know what it's been about it. Don't take any notice of the maths in the video. The pattern is right. Now I've done it. I've gone right back to the beginning again on Tuesday. The pattern is right. So when you get your download, you'll be able to see it. It will be up on the website for a little while. I wanted to give you choices. I wanted to give you so many choices. Add the bubbles, don't add the bubbles. It's just fun. It's just fun, dressing up fun. You know, it's knitting. Nobody dies. You just pull it all out and start again. I'm not a natural person. Lace isn't my thing. These lace techniques isn't my thing. So next time I say to you, oh, I'm going to do a bit of lace, just remind me and tell me, no love, no, don't do the lace. So I think I'm on day 3 of the month's chores to do, and what is it, 27th? So I'm a little bit behind, but this will be going out on time. I've just got to cobble it all together, and please knit it. Please knit it. After all this effort, please somebody make a pretty crown for themselves. If you're not on the email list, get on the email list. The pattern going out Friday will be right. It will make this with the extra holes down here. It will be on the website for a short time. Said that, done that. Tick the like box if you like it. If you've got any suggestions that you want me to do, this month's technique will be a very simple one because I've run out of time. But I've got something in mind. So I'll see you for the technique, and then I'll get on with next month's kit. So, ta-ra for now.